Hello and welcome. Today we're making some super easy Jamaican pulled pork sliders in the slow cooker. That's why it's super easy. Today I will be using a pre-made spice blend to make things easier as my back's not really doing great and I need to buy a new spice grinder, honestly. But I will provide the ingredients list and instructions if you want to make your own. So let's look at what we're going to need for this. This recipe will serve about 3 to 4 people depending on appetite, but it is also easily multiplied to feed additional people. For every 4 people roughly, you're going to need 1 pound of pork. Medium fatty, you want some fat but not a huge amount. 1 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon pepper, 2 tablespoons coconut fat, 1/4 cup water, and 2 tablespoons Jamaican curry powder. To make Jamaican curry powder, you will need 2.5 tablespoons ground turmeric, 1 tablespoon ground coriander, 1 tablespoon cumin seeds, 2 tablespoons allspice, 2 tablespoons yellow mustard seeds, 2 tablespoons fenugreek, 1.5 tablespoons black pepper, 1 teaspoon garlic powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of ground Scotch bonnet peppers. Those can be replaced with, say, cayenne pepper if necessary if you can't get a hold of them. Just mix everything in a spice grinder or mortar and pestle until it is finely ground and you are set. Slow cooker recipes like these are always super easy since you can just put your meat and water down and pour all your spices on top, turn it to high, and cook it until it's boilable. I actually made a mistake here though, and I forgot to add some of the extra water, and I wanted to show you that because I can tell you what will go wrong there. So while that bubbles away, let's talk about that and the only other mistake that can be made. So the other mistake that can be made, and we'll get back to the water in just a moment, is getting a piece of meat that is too fatty. If it's too fatty, water boils off, so when we add a little extra water, we can always boil that off and we can always reduce that amount of liquid that way. But with fat, there's only so much water in fat, so most of it won't boil off, and if you get too much fat in the dish, it's really unpleasant on the tongue, and it tends to sort of drown out the curry flavoring. So you don't want to do that. About medium fatty is where you want it, kind of maybe even a little bit on the lighter fatty side, and adding more coconut fat if necessary. Now, the other is not adding liquid. As I mentioned, I forgot to. Now, by not adding liquid, I have to deal with a different aspect of cooking. Most of the time when you're cooking in a slow cooker, you have liquid in there. And water is a very good heat conductor. And the boiling process keeps it moving all the time, making it an even better heat conductor. On the other hand, the inside of a slow cooker is not going to, the air is not going to be moving around. It's going to be mostly still. Still air is an extremely poor heat conductor, and in my case, it cost me about 30 minutes of extra cook time by doing it that way. So don't be like me, add water, don't worry, you can boil it off if there's too much. Just add a little bit, and that way it speeds up the cooking time. Steam is great at heating. Air, not so much. If you had a fan, it would work great, but we don't have a fan in our slow cooker. Now, when your pork looks like this, you are ready to start shredding. You can just use 2 forks to shred it like I am doing here. I do apologize for showing a different pork shredding rather than the curry one. This one was barbecue. But sadly, I forgot to turn the camera to video, so I have a lovely still photo of the inside of the pan, but nothing else on that one. So barbecue shredding will have to do for this time. Once you get yours fully shredded, you are ready to start building your sliders. If you are enjoying this and have not already subscribed, subscribe for more like it. And a thank you from me and the kiddies to everyone who has liked, subscribed, commented, and shared the videos. It really helps us out, and it means the world to us. When you're making sliders, buns, you want to make the top part of the bun be the majority of the bun. So always cut below the 50%, like somewhere between 30 and 35% of the way up from the bottom is pretty much optimal. The reason for this is because the way bread rises, the bottom of the loaf has the whole weight of the loaf to hold up and can't form as big of bubbles as that on top, which makes it more dense. It also means the top will squish better, and having the top be the majority will give you that nice pleasant squish without squishing out all the actual filling and everything. And it won't feel too bready because you don't have this huge chunk of really dense bread at the bottom. You kind of have a gradient through the whole thing and you don't have to worry too much. So just chop them right there and you're good. Once those buns are all cut, you can just spoon your pulled pork out and you are pretty much ready to serve. I do find this does not really need any condiments because it's already super packed with flavor from the Jamaican curry powder. It's spicy, it's curry, it's everything you love there. But should you desire, I found that mustard tends to be the best complement to it. If it's a little too spicy, then maybe a mayo or some cream sauce at that point would be good. But otherwise, you're probably good with just the regular filling here. And with that, you've made some pretty kickin' sliders. Depending on your curry powder, these can range from oh my god hot to that's a nice mild tingle. But no matter the heat, it will be tasty. Jamaican curry is a great curry flavor that if you have tried other curries, you'll be familiar with the sort of basis of the flavor, but it's also different enough that you're going to love to have a new type of curry to enjoy. So if you do like curry, this is definitely for you. As always, I want to thank everyone for watching, and I hope you try this recipe because it is really good, and I hope we see you back here for the next episode. In the meantime, have a great day and a great meal.